Ever had that one neighbor who seems too nice? The one who smiles every day, waves at you from across the lawn, maybe even helps with your garden? Yeah, I had one of those. Until the day I caught him building a fence on my property. And what started as a small misunderstanding turned into a legal nightmare that exposed something I never saw coming. I had just moved into a quiet suburban neighborhood, my first home. A modest three-bedroom with a decent backyard, perfect for someone like me trying to settle down and live a peaceful life. Next door was Doug, a man in his mid-50s, retired contractor, friendly, always wearing a baseball cap and khaki shorts, always offering a wave. Doug introduced himself the day I moved in. He even helped me carry a shelf into the garage and gave me a list of things to watch out for in the area. Honestly, I thought I got lucky with my neighbors. For the first few months, everything was smooth. We talked about the weather, lawn care, local restaurants. It felt like the kind of place you could stay for years. Until Doug started his little home improvement project. One sunny Saturday, I noticed wooden posts going into the ground along the side of our properties. Doug was out there with a few hired guys, hammering and drilling away. I leaned over the edge of my lawn and asked, "Hey, putting in a fence?" Doug smiled. "Yeah, just for a bit of privacy. You're okay with that, right?" I nodded. I didn't mind a little privacy, but something about the line didn't sit right. I mean, it looked like it was coming into my side more than it should. At first, I thought I was imagining it, but as the fence went up, the visual was undeniable. I went inside, dug through my home buying documents, and pulled out the property survey. I walked the yard with it in hand, double-checking markers, and my stomach dropped. Doug had built the fence nearly 3 feet into my land. The next morning, I walked over calmly. "Hey, Doug, I looked at the survey. I think the fence is actually a few feet into my property." Doug didn't seem surprised. In fact, he barely looked up from his iced tea. "Oh, surveys are always off by a little. Land shifts. I've been here 15 years. I know where the line is." That made no sense. Land doesn't shift 3 feet, and even if it did, the survey is legally binding. I suggested we get a new one done together, just to be sure. Doug's tone changed immediately. "You trying to start something, man? It's just a fence." From that point on, everything changed. Doug stopped waving. He started mowing his lawn aggressively right up to the fence, which was on my side. Once, I saw him laughing with another neighbor while pointing at my house. Petty, cold, passive-aggressive behavior. But I wasn't backing down. I hired a certified land surveyor and gave him everything: property lines, old records, documents from the sale. He confirmed what I already knew. Doug's fence was absolutely on my land. I brought the report to Doug. This time, I was firm. "I'm going to need the fence removed. This isn't negotiable." Doug exploded. "You think you can just come in here and tell me what to do? I've had this land since before you were born. You people come in with your fancy paperwork like it means something? You people?" That part stung. But I kept my cool. I told him if he didn't move it, I'd be forced to take legal action. He scoffed and slammed his door. I contacted a property attorney. Turns out, Doug had pulled this stunt before. A complaint was filed with the city council. During review, it was discovered Doug had subtly encroached on his last neighbor's land too. They had moved away quietly. I wasn't. The city issued an order. Doug had 30 days to remove the fence or face daily fines. He tried one last move, offering to split the yard officially and pay me off. But I said no. It wasn't about money. It was about principle. On day 28, the fence came down. Doug never spoke to me again. But every time I look at that clear boundary line, I smile. You never really know someone until there's a line in the sand or a fence in the yard. Doug taught me something valuable. Kindness is good, but boundaries are better. Because the moment you let someone cross the line once, they'll keep doing it until you've got nothing left to stand on. If you've ever had a neighbor cross the line, literally or otherwise, drop your story in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more true life drama, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next.